Welcome once more, adventurers, to a new delve into the madness and insanity of the human psyche. This is once more the Call of Cthulhu 7th edition role-playing system. I am once more your keeper, Hexilius Maorianus, or Hex the Game Master, and I have a second group of 4 players with me to go through a similar starting campaign. Please, my 4 players...
This is a Wendy's.
Please, my four players, please introduce yourselves in no particular order.
I'm going
first.
No one's ever supposed to talk or quiet.
Yo, I'm going first, okay? So wait, I need to pull up my card again? Okay. Hi, I'm Darci Lawson. I'm also Sky, that's the person behind Darci. I'm a cab driver.
Alright.
Who's
Well,
next?
you're a personal driver.
Same difference.
Uwu.
Alright.
If you uwu again,
whoa.
I will scream.
Please do not scream
Alright,
while we're
alright.
recording. Alright, who's next up?
Yeah, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Just did it.
How many socially awkward people do we have in this call?
Too many, okay?
Hold on, I'll
Five.
pretend to. I'll grow up here and introduce myself.
Y'all had
real quick.
so much confidence talking before.
That's because they
Because
were
I was memeing, dude. There's a meme and there's a place.
they were just pretending to have confidence.
Alright, who's next?
I guess I'll go since no one's
All right.
going. My character is Don Dasher, and he is an engineer. And the person behind it is called Neon.
Mhm. So you all should be filling out your fellow investigators section as people are introducing
I didn't do that.
themselves.
Shit, I
I
forgot.
didn't do that.
I mean, sorry, fuck. Sorry for cursing.
Hey, what was your character's name again?
Damn it!
Mine, Darci.
Oh lord,
Darci
Neon, what's your
Lawson.
character's name again?
Don.
bro.
Wait, who are you?
Where do I put this
Is that it?
information?
Scroll
in
down,
the
it
fellow
should be on the second
investigators
page.
section at the bottom of the second page.
Oh lord.
Okay, who's Neon?
Okay,
That
That's
is
me.
Don Dasher.
Don
Dawn.
Dasher.
Is it
Yep.
Dawn like
Yes.
the morning, or is
Transfer-
it Dawn
transfer
like
Vixen.
Donald?
D-O-N.
Don like Donald. That was my uncle's name at the time. And I'm not creative.
Okay.
I was
Alright,
watching a YouTuber named Darci. That's where I got my name.
Who's next?
Just pick someone. They're both socially
I'll go
awkward.
last.
Alright,
I'll go last.
I can't believe you thrown me.
lady, you next?
Okay, that's fine. I'll explain. Okay, hello, I am Rosalyn Fuyu from the land down under, literally and in the game. I am a drifter, aka a mega hobo. I have a Kermit, the frog that lives in my frog. He's a frog named Kermit. I live out on the streets. I have a briefcase. I got a pouch full of acorns.
A pouch full of acorns,
Amazing.
you say.
Now, what was your character name again?
Rosalyn
Rosalyn
Fuyu.
Fuyu.
How do you spell that?
F-U-Y-U.
Now
No,
Okay,
how do you
I
spell
thought you were
Rosalind?
Hold on,
Who's
I'll just
Jimmy?
R-O-S-A-L-Y-N.
I'll type it in this chat, like in this VC's chat. Remember
Yeah.
I
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, like I popped
So
it there.
let me get this straight. So it's Dawn Dasher and Rosalyn Fuyu, right?
Look in the chat.
Yeah, in
What?
the chat in the VC,
Oh, there's a
In the
VC
part of the
chat?
Yeah, there's
Oh
been
my
VC
gosh.
chat
Oh,
for
yeah.
a
I'm making
long
you
ass
work hard
time.
today.
Okay, so when you hover your mouse over, where all the talking bubbles is why that are, there should be a little speech bubble. Just click that. That's the chat.
I'm not smart, okay? You guys are so mean to me, and for what?
For no
Like,
good
well,
reason. Let's
Alright,
be honest.
we have
You're
one
so
person.
true.
We have one person left to introduce themselves. This introduction has taken 5
Oh,
minutes
Lord.
already.
Oh lord, does that mean it's my turn?
Yes,
Yep.
it is your turn. What is your
Do
name
it
and
over
your character's
sacrifice.
name?
Hold on, wait. I'm waiting for my PDF to load. All right. Hello, my name is Yilza. On the Discord, I am known as Yiffering. On the Twitter, I am known as the Yiffering. My character's name
No
is Yilza
self-promo.
Ferringway. No, all the self promo. Please go follow me on Twitch, Yilza_CH.
No!
Thank you.
No! Stop! Stop! Dante!
Occupation
Oh
is
my
a
God.
journalist. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.
No!
Anyways, follow my TikTok. It's gunshots.
What is your name and your character's name?
My name is Yilza. My character's name is Yilza Ferringway, and I am a journalist
Excellent.
from
Can
Did I
you
keep
put
track
that in
of
the
everyone's
chat?
occupation?
Arco. That is all.
And
I'm
course.
gonna put my occupation on my thing just in case we actually remember it. Hold up.
indeed, and these 4 individuals, although they do not know it yet, are soon to become investigators. As we begin,
Wait, I got a job now? Yeah! Yes! I moved the other
Self-hyped.
Mama, Papa, are you proud of me now?
No.
Oh, I did.
and these
Fuyu,
4,
can you sorry.
these 4 are soon to become investigators, although they do not know it yet. This day,
Wait, I thought that was the whole point of this.
This day, in particular, the 8th of August, 1920, begins like most others. As these 4, through various circumstances, find themselves at the house of a certain Duncan Matthews.
Dunkin' Donuts?
No, not
Damn.
quite.
Damn, nobody laughed.
Mr.
I laughed, but I had my mic muted.
Mr. Duncan Matthews is a property owner who is in the property market, selling houses and letting people live on them as their landlord for rent. He's made.
Does he also sell coffee?
Hmm?
Does he also sell coffee?
I honestly can't understand what you're asking me.
Is he selling Dunkin' Donuts sells coffee?
No, he doesn't. Oh my god. I will never be able to make it through this intro.
Then keep going. Here, I'll mute myself, okay?
Well, I have to shut up every time you ask me a question because it's important. So, these 4, through various circumstances, have found themselves at the home of a certain Duncan Matthews, who is a property owner who makes his living by selling properties and letting people live on them for rent as their landlord. You all know him to be quite wealthy, and have made himself a darn good living from this. The various circumstances that have brought you to his living room on the 8th of August, 1920, are the following. Mrs. Darci Lawson is his personal driver. You make your living driving his family around, and you make a decent bit of money from that. Mrs. Rosalyn Fuyu, who happens to be a temporary resident at this man's very house, he has given you quite a decent rent rate, of which you have been able to afford. Barely. Mrs. Yilza Ferringway is a family friend, who he has asked you to be summoned to his house for a special job he has for you concerning your occupation of journalism. And finally, Mr. Don Dasher, whose good working class background has led him to be dating this man's daughter, although his family is still a bit skeptical since they are pretty wealthy and you are working class. So naturally, you still have yet to prove yourself to her father. The 4 of you are currently in his living room, which is well furnished, in this house that has both electricity and running water, which is quite high class for the 1920s in the Boston area. And you all are here, and as you see each other, you may introduce your characters based on their personal descriptions to each other, and describe what you all see.
Wait, do I describe what I look like?
Yeah, you can describe what you look like to everybody.
All right. Well, Darci, she's a lanky white girl with brunette hair and hazel eyes. What else do I say?
Just anything to describe yourself.
Also,
Like
broke ass bitch.
maybe like what you're wearing, what your kind of demeanor is.
She's kind of shy-ish, not like full-on shy, but she doesn't really talk to people unless it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else? She has scar on her leg from an accident that happened while driving. And yeah,
Yep.
she's also broke-ish.
And you can also take this chance to like speak to other investigators and interact with your fellow party members. Anybody else want to describe themselves?
God dang it! I muted myself. I was talking, you know.
That's
All right.
good because you didn't interrupt anybody.
I know, because I know I can't be trusted. I muted myself. I think we all are doing that. All right. Don Dasher is a well dressed engineer. He has green hair. He has green eyes and blonde hair, and he wears a necklace at all times.
Ooh, he's got the rare eye color.
That's my eye color, actually.
Yeah, only 2% of
That's why I
people
picked it.
less than 2% of the people in the world have green eyes.
All right, and he has a scar on his right hand.
Mm-hmm. And anybody else want to describe themselves and interact with other people in the room?
Well, since I'm literally the hobo in the room or the elephant in the room, whichever one you want to prefer, I am a 5'5", 25-year-old Aussie woman who wears an oversized old coat with a long handmade scarf. I popped a scarf on my at a description talk. Like I got like a little scarf on my character, but it's much longer. Think of something like Doctor Who, the guy with the long scarf, basically that one. Underneath I wear a long green sleeved shirt with black pants with brown hair and blue eyes. Again, pretend I have brown hair and blue eyes.
Mm-hmm. And Mrs. Ferringway.
Yilza?
Mrs. Ferringway.
Yilza?
Is she
You're
there?
muted, by the way, if you're trying to talk.
Hold up. Wait. I am in the scuff. Hold on. My Discord hates me today. So, yeah. Don't mind me. Hi. My name is Yilza. I am new here. I am a 20-year-old female journalist, and I have a bunny at home named Pocky that I absolutely love and is probably going to die during this campaign, but it's okay. Sacrifices must be made for the greater good. I am a journalist. I have light red hair that almost looks pink. I have green eyes. I don a hat and a coat at all times. I always have my purse and journal and pen in my little purse just for taking notes and, getting the information I need for the story. So, yeah. I'm done.
Excellent. And you are all here for basically your various purposes. Miss Rosalyn, you live here. Mr. Dasher, you are currently visiting Mr. Matthews's daughter. Mrs. Lawson, you work here as their driver. And Mrs. Ferringway, you are here on special request from Duncan Matthews himself. And as Mr. Matthews steps into the room, you see that he is a man in his early to mid 40s. He has a smart he is smartly dressed, with a pair of rounded glasses that are pushed up neatly to his eyes. He is somewhat balding, but still has a decent bit of hair on his head. And he looks to you all and smiles, seeing the four of you, though you can tell he is a little bit troubled. And he speaks and says, "Ah, good to see you're all here. Mrs. Lawson, is the car tuned up?"
It should be. I mean, I haven't driven in like a couple days. So I don't know
Ah,
how good it's gonna work right now.
indeed. Well, we haven't needed groceries for a few days, so.
Yeah. Do you have
And
somewhere
then,
important you need to go?
well, not that I need to go, but, well, it's relates to the reason I've asked you here, Mrs. Ferringway. I have a favor I need to ask of you, and, well, all four of you, really. If all of you would be willing to help, I'll be sure to compensate you. You all know
Who
that
are you again?
he raises an eyebrow to Miss Fuyu and says, "Your landlord. By the way, you're almost a week late on your rent."
Sir, I missed the part where that's my problem. I was sleeping underneath the floorboards until you discovered me a few days ago. When did this rent come into play?
He rolls his eyes. Bloody fool. Anyway, the four of you, I have a favor to ask. As you all know, I am a property manager. I'm in the business of being a landlord and selling and buying houses, and I've recently bought myself a new house at a very, very highly bargained price. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. It's real steal. Unfortunately, I can't get anyone to live there because there are several rumors surrounding the place, old stories, tragedies, and, well, the whole city thinks it's haunted. And I wouldn't normally believe such things, but I've done some looking into on the surface, and the last family that was there, they went mad and had to be forcibly taken to an asylum. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do with it now. It's I need it to be given a clean bill of health. I need this rumor dispelled that it's haunted. So I need some volunteers to go investigate it because I haven't found anything.
I never knew you as the superstitious type, sir.
I'm not really the superstitious type. I mean, I've gone to church a decent bit, but the entire city thinks it's haunted, so I can't get anyone to buy it. It doesn't really matter what I think. If you four could perhaps investigate it and see what's going on down there, it would be very, very helpful to me.
Could you give us a little bit more information about what's going on down there?
Well, all I know is that in the past, the last family to live there before I even bought the property, they were forcibly taken from the house and put in asylums. Some reports of violent incidents, deaths, suicides, tragic incidents. Nobody told me this when I was buying it. It makes sense why it was cheap. And all of my friends will tell me to just sell it, but if I sell it now, I won't be able to get a good price for it. And if I keep it like this, it's going to be a deadweight on my finances trying to pay off the mortgage. So I don't have a lot of people
I have
can
a
trust.
solution. It says haunted as you say, turn it into a haunted house. The first person that goes insane wins.
That sounds like a
Like
recipe.
that.
That sounds like a recipe for expensive lawsuits.
Oh, come on, man.
And being as you're somebody who lives on my property, you probably don't want me to have to foreclose my house.
Well, I mean,
You could
I'm not
always
gonna answer
put.
that, but let's just say there's more houses I can pilfer through.
Look, forgive me. Forgive me.
You're not to sleep in
Listen,
my car anymore, okay?
I would be willing to pay you all a handsome amount if you could be able to look into it for me and figure out what's going on down there.
Make my payment to Acorns and you got a deal.
Well,
when we figure out what happens, do we have your permission to fix whatever the problem is?
you have my permission to go down there now or do research and then go down there. Just as long as it gets solved, I don't mind you stepping foot on the property. Just
Okie dokie. I'm down.
I would be willing to pay you all $20 a day if you could do some investigating into it, and then
Whoa!
if you
slow
can-
your roll there, buddy. Put that into acorns. What does it mean in acorns?
he gives you another raised eyebrow.
Come on,
Listen.
buddy. I deal with
Listen.
real currency here. Come on, man.
Listen.
Oh, so
forgive-
acorns and bottle caps, I see. Gotcha.
Bottle caps? Do you think me a savage?
With your chaotic being, yes.
Yes, kinda.
How dare you?
Want to roll for Constitution to prove me wrong?
And also, yeah, sorry, Hex, I saw that. Yeah, no, it's all good. But no, just ignore what I said.
Forgive me for saying this, but you definitely look like you could use the money.
You what, mate? I slam my hands on a nearby desk in fury, but then 2 seconds later, I forgot what I was angry about, so I just sit down and continue to listen.
If you could get this all sorted, I'd be willing to pay you all a bonus as well. Maybe $50 between you all, if that would work.
Yeah, I could do it.
I'll take it. I need
on,
money
wait.
right now.
I guess I have to use the goddamn currency translator.
Was the offer for $20 each before?
No, each of you will get $20 a day, and then if you manage to get everything sorted, and solve whatever's going on at the property, he is willing to throw in a bonus of $50 to split between you.
I get a 60% of it. You guys share the rest. You're welcome. I'm so thoughtful.
But what does that translate into acorns?
I looked into it. It's
500.
acorns. I think I'm fine.
Okay.
Wait, are you telling me you
have
can
an
only get
acorn.
30 acorns for $20?
No.
So are you all
$20 in the currency exchange? $20 will be exchanged for $30.
Are you all agreeing to do it?
Yes.
I have already agreed.
I'm down for. I don't mind helping.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Excellent. And he looks to you, Mr. Dasher, and he says, I would honestly be indebted to you if you helped with this. I know that we haven't always seen eye to eye over my daughter, but I think this would go a long way in making things better.
I look forward to proving myself to you.
He nods with a smile, and he says, "Well, so I guess if you're wanting to start an investigation, I know that the previous family was taken to a Roxbury sanitarium, and they're called the Macario family. You could probably see if you would be able to gain a visit with them and ask them any questions about their stay there. You might also look into the whole of records and figuring out stuff about the property. And that's really all the leads I have. But you're welcome to investigate anywhere you like. And go to the house at any time you'd like. With that, he excuses himself to go and prepare some dinner for his family, as his wife is currently ill. So he's helping her with some of the housework.
Yeah, skill issue.
And you four are now left to your own devices.
Oh no.
Oh, and
Well, time to sleep back in under the floorboards.
By the way, I didn't get the chance to answer your question before, Sky, but no, he does not know that. Nobody but you knows that.
All right, makes sense.
Also, Hexy, I got a request from the chat.
Yes.
Broken Star 20 would like you to say Happy Mother's Day to Mama and to say hi to them.
Oh, hey sis. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, I beat you to it, honey.
Yep,
Alright, and back onto the campaign.
Alright, so you four are now left in the living room to begin your investigation.
Time to sleep under the floorboards again.
And
we're not allowed to sleep under there. We still have to talk about this.
Yes, scurry under the back down there.
And I would like to introduce a mechanic here.
Yeah.
So, do all of you have your dice roller up?
I do.
Yes.
I would like you all to make an idea roll, which means you are rolling a D100 and you are rolling it against your intelligence, and you are trying to score equal or lower to your intelligence stat.
Okay. So, on roll a die, how do I?
You just click the roll button.
No. I mean, like, how to make it 100-sided.
It's automatically
one dice, 100-sided.
Yeah. Okay. And then this is against intelligence?
Yep, against your intelligence score. So you're trying to
You want to roll lower, right?
Yeah, you want to score equal or lower to the stat. So roll it and tell
What's
me
my
what
intelligence again?
I'm rolling.
It's on your
I've got
sheet.
It's on your
intelligence, and I rolled a 52.
Alright, so you pass.
I got a 2.
You got a 2?
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
That is a extreme success.
My intelligence is a 65, but on roll a dice I got 84.
Alright, you fail. And Yilza?
My intelligence is 80 and I rolled a 26.
Alright, so you pass. So, Fuyu, you don't get any ideas here. But
You're just thinking about the floorboards.
No one can stop me.
For Mrs. Ferringway, as a journalist, you get the idea that if there have been several tragedies in this place, surely the newspaper would have covered it. That might be something you can investigate if you can find
fake news.
If you can find some newspaper stories. The Boston Globe is the main newspaper in the city. So perhaps there might be something written, they have something that was written on that. Let's see. What does Mr. Dawn think of? I need to look at the sheet real quick.
Meanwhile, in the background, you just hear my nails intensely scurrying across the floor like...
Mr. Dawn, you think that if you're looking to research something, a good place to research pretty much any topic is the library. So you think that maybe if you searched well enough, you might find something in the Central Boston Library. And Mrs. Lawson, you think, well, you have the address for the place. You've all been given the address for the actual house itself, and you think, well, surely if this house has a certain reputation, then people who live in the local neighborhood would likely know something. So you could
Shall we go
perhaps
talk to them?
ask around there. So you all have the following leads that you may investigate, and I will type them in the chat for you. So,
Okay.
hold on. I have to actually open the thing. Okay, so you all have the following locations that you can go to. So you have the haunted house. You have the Hall of Records. You have the Boston Globe
Boston.
newspaper. Newspaper building, I guess. You have the Central Boston Library, and you have the local neighborhood. And you may all discuss your ideas that you've had with each other on potential locations, and then decide what you're going to do. And I will put the 5 areas that you currently have ideas of investigating.
Well, since I'm the one who knows how to drive, I think we should just do whatever I say.
Some other people have cars. Everybody has the ability to drive. You're the only one who has skill in driving.
Oh, so I actually have talent? Cool.
Yeah, so
But-
basically if you get into if you get into a situation where you need to make a driving maneuver to avoid crashing or something, you would need driving skill to do that. Or if you were supposedly in a car chase, you would need driving skill to perform well in that. But just generally driving from location to location as just like a means of transportation, you don't really need skill for that unless something like bad happens.
And I'm not cool enough for this.
Joke's on you. I ride penguins.
Nice.
So
I have one.
So are you
Best
all
vehicle in the game.
discussing your ideas that you've had?
Well,
think...
no one said anything yet. So.
Well, I think...
Basically, in order to interact with each other, you guys just have to talk to each other.
The
Oh,
fuck was that?
Lord.
I'm
That's
halfway
the hard
underneath the
part.
floorboards, but I'm ready to listen.
Can I particularly drag her out the floorboards?
No!
Yes.
Floorboards.
She is
No,
not
it's
in the
not
floor.
here.
She is not in the floorboard. She is standing in the room with you.
What? Excuse me. What was that scurrying sound I made? Oh wait, no, that was just me crawling around the floor again, like a
Crawling
creeper.
on the floor.
Oh, good God.
Are we sure that she's not the problem?
Okay, floorboards are no go. Time for me to try to climb up the walls again. 1 second.
Okay.
My house. Sorry, I stepped
I don't
away
think
for
you
just
rolled
a
high
second
enough.
because I heard a spooky noise in my house, so I locked my front door.
What?
Sorry, there was something scary in my house. Okay, I'm scared.
It was the ghost that's haunting the town.
Yeah, it's decided to
God
pop by
dang.
my house real quick. So I personally think we should local neighborhood ask around for a bit because, I think they would have a better explanation of what's going on. They probably have first or second hand experience of the people there and how they were behaving.
So
We
Miss
could always-
Darcy would like to go ask the people.
Yep. So Darcy has mentioned asking around the local neighborhood of the house's address, and seeing what the locals know about it. And Yilza, both you and Mr. Dasher have also had ideas. Yilza, yours is to investigate the Boston Globe, the local newspaper, and see if they've written anything on it. And Mr. Dasher, you have had the idea to do some researching in the Central Library. and you may mention these
Certainly.
ideas to the others.
All right, certainly, if there's something going on, once we get a bit more information, the library will be a good place to end up.
Mm-hmm. So you are all aware of the potential lead of the library?
You know, maybe they mentioned it in the newspaper. We could always try looking there for some information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna be real, Yilza. Like, I get what you're coming from, but for some reason you keep bringing newspapers into this. Are you okay?
Oh,
Are you okay?
you have no idea.
but
We don't talk
I
about this
concur though.
and my
I
skill
concur.
issues.
That sounds like a good idea because there might be like because in the library there might be like what's it like real talk what's it what because I know in the library there's like a little document
Books?
thing. No. I mean like of past
The
like
newspaper room?
things.
The newspaper
No,
room?
there's like a fancier word for I'm losing it. But
Non-fiction
essentially,
section?
nah.
It's the restriction section at Hogwarts.
Yes.
Actually, that's technically what the Hall of Records is there for. Actually, I was thinking more like with like somewhere like that could have had recorded newspaper clippings or
Yep.
bits and pieces of like old
don't-
police info.
Yep.
Or
Duncan mentioned the Hall of Records to you as a potential
yeah,
place
I noticed
to
that on the
look at the
list.
property.
Yeah, since it's separate from the
So,
library, it'll be its
Oh,
own
one
thing.
sec. Someone ring my doorbell.
yep.
So hold up. What?
So while we're waiting for her, you all have discussed all of your potential ideas. So now that you are now free to decide where you wish to investigate.
But I have a message for the game master.
Oh, do you?
It's from the great beyond.
From the great beyond, indeed. Mama said to Hexy, he's the best son ever, and he made her heart sing.
Aw. Thanks, Mom.
I said. I've actually invited to play this, but my computer didn't work, so I was
I was trying to get my
Victorian
sister
lady
into
in her
this.
20s named Catherine Smith. Aw. Maybe next time?
I actually have an NPC in Group A named Catherine. So we can see that as a spiritual individual.
Yeah.
So, you three that are still here, you may decide where you want to go, what you want to do.
Sorry, I'm back. My phone got the keys.
All right, then
Keys,
you
so I had to
four.
unlock the
Welcome
door.
back.
You four
Yeah,
may decide where you want to. You can all go together. You can split up and cover a bunch of places at once. Currently, the time of day is about 1 p.m.
Oh, so everywhere's open.
I don't feel confident enough to go by myself, so I can like join up with whoever, like whatever decision anyone else makes or whatever. My suggestion though is most likely the Hall of Records might be a good place to go.
I forgot. There's one other place you know. The Roxbury Sanitarium, where the previous occupants are being interred due to having gone mad.
Oh, the crazy family.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
Okay.
I do concur with the Hall of Records probably being a good start. We can figure out what the details were,
All right,
and why they were dragged out.
Yeah, there could be like old police reports, some old again newspapers, like someone keeps mentioning.
Dawn and Rosalyn are going to the Hall of Records. Miss Yilza and Miss Darci, what are you two doing?
I'm thinking while the other two are currently going to get objective evidence, I think I should go to the sanitarium and ask for their firsthand experience.
Okay.
All right,
And
she's
Miss
going to go
Yilza?
interview people. And I'm going to go head over to the newspaper place.
All right.
And do
so
some investigating and note-taking there.
So we're splitting up the
Same thing
party
with you and
three-way
Acorns.
already. Wonderful.
Oh my god.
All right. So
am I going all alone?
yeah, you're going all alone at the moment.
Okay,
what's your name
before
again?
anyone like solidifies this, their answer, I just want to point out that we're still early in the game, yes, but you don't know what's out there. There could be something sus in the bushes, so maybe don't split up.
Yeah, Miss Darcy. If you wish to join us to the Hall of Records, I personally planned on after we figure out the report going to the what's it called again? The
Sanitarium.
Roxbury Sanitarium.
Oh God, both those words my list hates. But Roxbury Cemeterium.
Sanitarium.
So if you want to join us, and then we can go after we figure out the direct reports.
All right. So you need me to drive y'all?
If that's alright.
By the way, take note of what I just DM'd you, Darcy.
Okay.
What about you, Yilza? Are you still gonna go alone? Because it's dangerous to go alone.
Take this.
Take this. Yeah.
No, I mean, I still think one of us should get a first-hand report from the people who experienced what happened in the house. Because the news,
True,
like,
but we'll
In the
we will
sanitarium,
be
yeah,
able
we
to
could
go and see them
we can literally
later.
just have it and have two people go to the Hall of Records for past info, and then two people go to the sanitarium for witness reports.
I mean, do we even know these people's names? That's one reason I wanted to go to the Hall of Records first.
Yes. So Duncan told you the name of the family that was interred. Their name is they are the Macaria family, a husband and wife.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, then I'm actually backing the sanitarium at this point.
wait, what? They're
Are you?
real?
So in that case, are we saying that 3 people
I just want to stay with the group because I'm not confident enough to go alone.
Yeah. Plus
I don't trust the world.
Plus you don't have your own car. You can't afford it.
That too.
Oh damn!
You are the only one. You are the only one that does not have your own car.
Well, I can still drive a penguin. There's just not any around at the moment.
At the moment,
For now.
subject to change.
So I have
exactly.
to drive the hobo around.
The hobo can take
mean,
a
if you
bus
want
if
to.
you make them take a bus, but
No.
I'll just carry them in my little purse.
it would be kind of you to drive the hobo around.
We'll figure out how to get the hobo.
If you have me sent to the bus, I will return with missing fingers and not my own.
All right, don't worry. One of us will end up babysitting the hobo.
Excuse me.
All right, so
How old is the hobo?
The hobo is older than all of you, I think. No, wait.
The hobo
no,
doesn't need babysitting.
No, wait. Dawn is the oldest at 32.
I'm only 20,
okay,
I think. How old am I? 20, yeah.
Yeah, you and Yilza
I'm
are the
20.
same age at
My
20.
character's 25.
Hey.
Just a couple years older than me.
All right, so are we established we're going?
Yeah, so Yilza is going to the newspaper, and
Yep.
what are the 3 of you going together, or are you splitting up to 2 different locations?
I guess we're going together.
All right.
Whereabouts?
Sounds good.
The sanitarium.
All right, so
Okay.
They're
you
all
3
gonna
are
go
going...
interview people.
Yeah, we'll go to the crazy people.
All
Yeah.
right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make some luck rolls to see who gets to their location first. Okay. All right. I want you. Okay, so something has just happened that is very cool.
Ayo?
So I want between Darci, Dawn, and Fuyu, I want you 3 to pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
2. Agreed.
2.
No, all of you have to pick separate numbers.
Oh, then
Aw.
3.
1.
2.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Who picked 3?
I did.
Neon.
All right, so I will say that you are the person whose luck this is based off of, and you have just rolled a 1 on a D100.
Bro.
And this is a
Wow.
very special thing, because when you roll a 1 on a luck roll, it can be said that you have exercised your power, and I will give you a chance to improve your power stat. So what is your power stat? Your power stat is 50. So you have a 50% chance to improve this stat.
What's the power stat?
It is your power stat.
It should be on the top
Oh,
of
it's
your.
pow.
It's the pow on your thing.
Pow.
Alright, so I roll.
Yeah. Roll a d100 and tell me what you get.
10.
Ooh.
Oh.
I didn't get it.
You wanted to roll higher than your power stat, so no, your power does not improve. But
L.
there is virtually no traffic in your way, and the Roxbury Sanatorium is actually pretty close to Duncan's house, so you easily get there within about 15
No
minutes.
wonder I kept hearing cries of internal madness.
Is this where you escaped?
So you
Is this where you ran away
Your
from?
people.
You three get to the Roxbury Sanatorium, and you enter. You get into the lobby and see a man who looks very tired working at the desk. For a sanitarium in the 1920s, this place is actually decently neat. You don't see any blood on the walls.
Well, they never put that in the front. That's always in the back.
They just
You
flip
gotta
the building
always-
around when it
Do
gets
you see
bad.
blood on the walls? We
You do hear a dull thumping noise. Like, it sounds like somebody's head against metal.
Oh.
Sounds like home.
That sounds like the diner down the street. I'm fine.
You three are in the sanitarium. What do you wish to do?
All right. I guess we're gonna go right up to the tired person, ask about the family.
He looks up.
I don't
From
remember their name.
He looks up from his records book and he addresses you and says, "Welcome to Roxbury Sanitarium. Are you here to visit someone?"
Indubitably, my good sir. We're here for the Macario family.
Let's see, Macario family. Oh, them. Jeez, nobody's come to visit them. All their 3 years. Let me see if I can get you visit with the wife. I'm afraid the husband isn't accepting any visitors right now.
Oh, that's a shame. Is something going on?
He is much more affected than the wife.
Affected?
I see.
Affected by what?
Violent bouts of madness.
Yeah, that just sounds to me if I don't have any acorns in the last 24 hours.
Are you trying to convince us to check you in?
Let's continue on with the Macario stuff. Okay, ignore me.
He rolls his eyes at Fuyu's statement. He says, "I will be right back. Please wait here." And he goes to the back.
That reminds me, I need a little name tag that says, "Trust me, I'm insane." I mean, not sane. I mean, sane.
Trust me, I'm in. Crossed out.
So are you sure we
Same.
don't need to put Fuyu inside the sideboard yet?
Wait.
What? So this person's no longer at the desk, right?
Yeah, he's gone back. How was Fuyu tied for the highest sanity of the group?
She's so
Because-
insane, nothing's gonna affect
You
her.
and Yilza have 55. The other two have 50.
And
She's
I'm
so
not
insane,
cool.
nothing's gonna affect her.
I have 55. I'm pretty
Oh,
cool.
sorry. You and Darci have 55. The other two have 50.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
he goes back.
Can we check to see what the record book says?
Do you want to
What,
check
like,
what the record book
like-
says while he's gone?
What,
Yeah,
like,
I do.
Snoop at it?
I do.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I don't want
could-
to get in trouble for that. I'm just gonna stay back from that. I don't
Let's
trust that.
see.
Because if he comes back quick enough, like, you'll get in trouble, and he might be escorted out.
Make me, Mr. Don, if you are trying to sneak a peek at the record book, make me a luck roll.
12.
Ooh.
12. Yep, nobody's around. You have a free chance at it.
All right, I'm gonna see what the record book says about these people.
What is your skill in accounting?
Accounting.
God damn it.
40.
40. Roll on your accounting skill.
Actually, no, 45. 45.
All right, roll.
44.
Ooh, you pass. You are looking at the records of interns here. You see a few there's some people like Johnson, Crawford, Godwin. You note that next to a lot of these it says you know that next to a lot of these it says
Their status,
to be estimated release date to be determined or never. Some of them say dead.
Like deceased instead of just dead, because remember they
just yeah,
term.
but listen, this guy is tired. You can kind of tell that this guy really dislikes his job. You can see just
Hey,
straight
on the
up
corner
dead.
of that page it says dead, lol.
Yeah,
I would be the only person to know that.
You get the feeling that this guy is not the most official records keeper. You see the name Macario, and that they were interred in 1918.
Wait,
And what year is it?
Sorry, no. They were interred in 1917. It is
And
currently
what year is it?
today is August 8th of 1920. They were interred 3 years ago.
Ah.
1920, 1918, that's 2, ain't it?
No, I meant to say,
1917.
yeah, I meant to say 1917.
I thought I was going crazy for a sec.
Crazy? Hi, I'm Fuyu.
To me, you Fuyu, I'm short.
I'm Neon. Alright, so there's nothing. What's his release date marked at? Never?
You note that this place is pretty poorly funded as well.
And how do we take note of that?
Only Dawn knows this because he's the only one looking at the records with his accounting skill.
Okay. Oh, so you're just DMing him like the info.
Well, no, I'm telling him the info.
Okay.
Alright. So what's the release date for the two people? Is it never?
For the husband, it is like noted that he is far more mentally gone than his wife is. But his wife, well, her condition is like not great. She is at least visitable.
Okay. Does it say room numbers? And this is my last question about this book.
It says that she is in cell 36C.
No, the husband.
Oh, the husband. He is in cell 16A.
Okay. That's all I have for the book.
They are evidently kept far away from each other.
Yeah, I'm going to put it down and, well, whatever I was doing to it, I'm going to put it back how it was.
Okay, you do that. So, you get that information, and eventually the man, he comes back, and he doesn't catch you looking through your stuff. You're well done with it by the time he gets back, and he says, Mrs. Macario will see you now if you follow me.
Alright,
Okay.
follow him, guys.
He leads
Okay,
you.
hold on. I gotta readjust my believe me, I'm sane tag. Okay, I got it on. I'm fine.
He leads
It's upside down, but it's fine.
He leads you
Go on.
down.
Can we check someone in?
Huh?
Can we check someone in?
No.
Check someone in. Oh,
No,
Yeah.
no, ignore him. Ignore him. I apologize, sir. My friend, he's had a long drive. Please carry on.
he he leads you down the hallway, and you eventually get to room 36C. And as you're walking, you hear banging, crying, people babbling to themselves, and you
Like my
start to
mother.
see more evidence of the fact that this is a poorly funded sanitarium as you walk down the hall that it's not visible to you as you enter.
It's all the blood that they were hiding from us.
You get the feeling
Oh, I
that
thought that was raspberry jam. Maybe I should stop drinking it.
Oh,
you get the feeling that this hallway you're going down is one that the
is that why it's so
official
chunky?
people who fund this place don't get to see very often. And
So what does
If
that
they
money
see
go
it more,
to?
they would fund it more.
Don pretty much discovered that basically this place doesn't receive much funding in general. It's very underfunded, which back in the day, 1920s sanitariums, they were not the nicest places. So,
Is it bad that I'm keeping track of everything?
yep. So you are led to Miss McCara's room, and there are 3 chairs set out for you 3, and she is sitting in one across from you. She is fidgeting. She looks very, very nervous, especially because she doesn't quite recognize you. And as you enter and sit down, the orderly is one of the sanitarium orderlies is standing inside the room with his arms folded,
I wish
observing.
I had a deck of cards. People like magic.
Okay, that was a random thing to say.
I know.
And so you three may now speak to Miss Macario as you wish.
Stop showing.
So, who's gonna take the lead?
I would. Oh, do you want to take the lead?
I'm thinking. Sorry.
Okay. I would at first do the polite hello. Hello, Miss McCary. I want to see what she says and how she acts to that. That
Hello,
will tell me how far
hello,
gone she is.
hello.
All right, so she can talk.
Who are
By the way,
you?
feel free to cut me off. You two, feel free to cut me off if you want, as something you want to say, just in general. But I would introduce myself and ask her did she used to live at the address of the house.
You introduce yourself as a Dawn Dasher. You mentioned that you are basically looking into the address that you mentioned, and she cringes a little as you speak the name of the address, and she shakes a little, and her voice is unsteady as she goes, "What? Why that house? What are you doing looking into that house?"
We are trying to figure out what happened so it never happens to anyone else.
We need
We
to
kicked a ball over
understand.
the fence and we need to get it back.
I lived there for 3 months, and I could never figure it out. How are you supposed to figure out when things fly, when objects that
Yeah.
shouldn't move and try to?
If this is about airplanes, we know they're a trippy invention. Believe me, they freak me out too.
No,
Okay.
I mean, things like knives and pots and books and bed frames, and
So things fell over, ma'am?
they didn't just fall over. They flew. They jumped into the air and they flew. They tried to kill us.
I'm sorry
Okay.
to hear about that, madam.
I'm glad
sorry.
to see. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna question. Okay, I turn to the frazzled, insane woman, and I try to give off an aura of chill, and try to hide my little badge, which I actually popped on my character here.
Have insane amounts of riz.
No. So, okay, this is my question to the insane woman. I know this is a pretty sensitive topic, considering that you both were sent to this place, but is there, like, why is your husband more aggressive during after your unfortunate stay at the house? Because we heard that he's
Because that
not
house
taking too
tried
well.
to kill him. It's evil. It hated my
I would say-
husband.
I would say I'm glad to see you both are alive. But was there anything else that happened, or just flying objects?
There was always strange sounds in the house. We'd look and nothing was there, and my husband said he heard voices, and there was no one ever at the house. It shouldn't have. I don't understand. Why did this happen? She
Ma'am,
starts becoming
it's okay.
unstable.
Okay, I think we.
I think it's.
I apologize, ma'am. I think we need to back away from here at the moment. Apologies if what we were asking brings any bad memories.
The orderly who's observing is giving you a suspicious glare.
I'm going to say.
I turn to the orderly. I give him the stink eye.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the lady. Okay, I'm gonna tell the lady I'm sorry that we brought up bad memories, but she has my word that we'll figure out what's going on. And I would look to leave.
She doesn't respond to what you've said. She's simply crying.
I tentatively place a little acorn near her as like a little sign of like, there you go.
She shivers and it falls off.
Aw. Well, then fuck you then. No. No. I don't say that.
I would, at the point I see her drag an acorn, I would drag Miss Rosalyn out the room with me.
My riz isn't working today.
Rosalyn, are you resisting being pulled out of the room?
Oh yeah. No. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just chill. I'm chill about it.
You are dragged by your rugged shirt out of the room. And the orderly says,
I meant it more nice.
Like kids do, and I'm just gonna like lie limp on the ground to be dragged away.
the orderly states, I believe Miss Macario is overdue another psychologist session. I think this visit might be over.
I concur with that, sir.
You can.
It's all good. Just make sure she keeps that acorn. It gives good luck in some states of America. Maybe not this one, but in some states, it might come in handy.
Sir, I would ask, may we go stand outside of cell 15A? I want to hear what's going on in there.
Wait, to where? Sorry.
Why?
The husband cell.
He gives you a raised eyebrow and says, "What business do you have with the individual in 15A?"
I would basically say it is. I know you overheard what we're talking about. It is crucial, and I will say I'm willing to. What's the word? I'm sorry. I'm willing to pay you if you let us through in front of it.
Riz him up.
You are trying to bribe the orderly.
I just want to stand in front of a cell, sir.
Are you attempting to bribe the orderly?
Darci, maybe you should interject because I don't know what Don's doing.
He is not on the base willing to let you do it. So are you trying to bribe him to convince him to let you do that?
If that's what it takes, yes, that's what I said.
Well, you can go at it any way you want, but I'm saying that if you're trying to do it this way, this is a bribe.
I did offer to bribe him, yes.
How much are you trying to
offer to bribe.
bribe him with? How much money?
Uh,
By the way,
he's
I
offering-
just realized that everybody's credit ratings is wrong, and you have way more fucking money than you should have. So I'm going to edit your thing right quick.
What is it?
No, not my acorns!
No, your credit rating is correct.
Is mine correct?
I don't think so. But I need to
So
find
I'm
the
gonna be a
section
broke ass bitch again.
I need to find the section with credit rate. Okay, so Don, your credit rating is 50.
50.
So you should have
Mine's at 25.
so your spending level is $50.
Me?
No, Don's. And your cash on hand is 250.
Oh, so we get more cash, less spending level. Okay.
Yeah, and your spending level goes down to 50.
I have a credit rating of 25.
Hold on. So, is Yilza's right? Hers is
I don't know.
25. Yilza, your spending level should be $10.
Okay.
And your
Where do I edit
cash,
this?
and your cash should go to 50. It's in the wealth section on page 2.
Okay, gotcha.
And Darci, your credit rating is also 25.
Mm-hmm.
So your spending level should be $10, and your cash should be 50.
I feel broke.
Yep, you are poorer now. So, how much
30.
money are you? You're trying to bribe him
No,
with
20.
30.
20.
So you're trying to bribe him with $20. I want you
Pretty
to
much.
I want you to make me a credit rating roll.
7.
7.
7.
He takes the money and he shrugs his shoulders and says, "Well, I will warn you. The last person who went to visit him is they had to be taken to the hospital."
The way it got into
But we're at
But-
the hospital. Sorry, go on. Go on. Sorry, I just had to say it. Sorry.
He gnawed one of their fingers off.
it sounds like my mother.
That's me with public transport. I don't know what you mean.
If you visit him, you do so at your own risk. But I will turn my back.
Understood.
Alrighty.
He pretty much takes you to 15A. And
Oh, it's 15A.
Yep, you walk
Oh.
pretty much across the facility, and before you even get to the door, you can hear him babbling about the pots, the knives, the entire kitchen. It's all alive. It's always been alive. It hates me. It looks at me with envy.
Yeah, he seems chill.
With
The door is unlocked and opened, and you see him tied up in a straitjacket.
Wait, did you say it was unlocked?
Yeah,
Hey, baby.
the orderly has unlocked it for you to visit him.
Oh, okay. I thought the
But he
orderly
is-
like ran away or something.
He is not going into the room with you. He is standing
Wow,
outside.
what a weenie.
I step in but hide out near the corner just in case he tries to attack.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
also
standing
take-
outside
yeah.
the door. I don't trust it.
I take a
So-
step into the door.
So both
The- and-
Darci and Dawn are in the room. He turns. His eyes.
I want my
wide.
Riz.
Yeah.
I want to try my Riz luck.
Are you trying?
Try
Are
it.
you trying to talk to him? What are you trying to say?
No.
Go ahead, raise them up.
Shit.
Mm.
Stop
Am I the only
shotting
sane
how
one
you
here?
do it, DBG.
What?
I'm kidding.
What do you
I just-
actually say to him?
I get down on one knee, not too close to him to where he could attack me, but close enough to look at him and try to
He's
Would you say
standing.
it's like within an arm's length of him?
a little bit more than an arm's length.
If you're crouching
Okay.
because you think he's sitting, he is standing currently.
Oh shit! Then okay, then I'm not getting down on my knee. Shit. I don't know how to raise
He
people.
has a wife, Darci.
That doesn't.
I'm not trying to sleep with him.
He has an insane wife, an insane
I'm
institution,
saving
with insane
I'm
ideals.
saving myself till marriage.
Crazy in the head, crazy in the bed. Okay. Does he respond to us entering the room at all? Or just look at us?
He originally was resting his head against the padded wall. Now he turns and he's looking at you, wide-eyed.
I would greet him just like I did, but I'm not going close to him. I'm still staying by the door. I'll be like, "Hello, sir."
I know something to calm him down. Every triangle makes a circle. Every triangle makes a circle. Every triangle makes a circle. Every triangle makes a circle.
I'm about to
Oh
go
my gosh, sorry,
insane.
that's why I'm coping mechanism for ignore me.
He giggles
Excuse me.
unsettlingly.
What's on your mind, sweetie?
He said they envy you, sir. What does that mean?
The envy, the hatred of the house. It haunts me still to this day. I cannot escape it even though I am not within its walls.
So the house envies you.
He steps closer.
Thought he was tied up.
He is.
Oh no,
Only-
he's got a straight jacket.
He's in a straight jacket. His
Yeah.
feet can walk around, and his face is
Yeah, the straight
uncovered.
jacket's only just for his arms, so
Okay.
he can't grab at you, but he can still like bite you potentially, or kick at you.
All right.
And who are you? Perhaps the ones who made them fly, unseen within the other realms.
Anything can
He
fly if you
kinda-
chuck it hard enough.
So he doesn't know what made him fly then. Noted.
Is he?
Alright,
So he's
that's
unable
good.
to see it all.
Based on what he said, he's starting to think that you have made them fly.
Guilty.
With
This is
that
why I'm
note,
outside the cell.
okay,
What
with
about
that
you guys?
note, I am going to tap Darci and gesture for her to leave.
Hey, you
I
are?
followed
me?
suit.
I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, maybe
That-
outside the door we can hang.
Have you seen my wife? Oh, the house ruined my poor wife. But it
We
did not
have
ruin
seen
me.
your wife.
Her.
I see clearly. I
Okay.
know what happened. She doesn't know. She doesn't know at all.
What happened then, sir?
Oh.
Would it benefit your wife to
hatred.
know?
A house powered by pure hatred. It makes
That's my
sounds,
wife.
It makes clicking sounds. It makes the sounds of voices. They told me the truth. Do
What's
you
the
know the
truth?
truth? He steps closer again.
I
don't
step
know
back
the
out of
truth.
fear.
He's still
I
walking
don't know the
towards you.
truth, sir.
He is still walking towards you on unsteady, shaky legs.
Wait, where's
Giggling
the
to
orderly?
himself, there's a mad look in his eye.
What is the truth, sir?
Wait, where's the orderly?
The truth. Come
He doesn't
closer
care.
and I shall tell you. For it can only be whispered. You wouldn't want the orderlies to hear it, or they might end up in here instead of taking care of me. They think I am mad, but I am not.
Well, if you're not mad, when you want them to hear you,
He's starting to get
Prove yourself.
uncomfortably close to you, Don.
Social distance!
He is
Social
about.
distance!
He is
I-
about.
Social distance!
He is now
At
about.
that
You
point-
are standing in the doorway.
Okay.
He is about 3 yards away from you, and still
Alright.
walking closer.
Hold on, I gotta figure out.
I, at this point,
Yards,
would take a step
meters.
out the door and then close it.
You slam the
William.
door in his face, and you see him walk against it. He pounds against the door, shaking and rattling the bars. Let me free, and I shall show you the secrets.
How about no?
Sorry, I'm gay.
At this point, the orderly who you paid off looks to you and says, "Did you get what you wanted?"
I did get what I wanted.
He chuckles.
All I know is all these squares make a circle, all these squares make a circle, all these squares make a circle!
He
I will
chuckles.
say-
He chuckles and pockets your money and walks off.
Right. I would, as we're walking off, I would look to the guy, because I don't want to cut this off, and say, let's give me a minute to bypass the orderly, or give me a few days, and I might help you get out. And then I walk off too. I say this after the orderly leaves.
I dip out of
Yep.
fear. I value my life a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm just against like the empty wall on the other side, the cell door.
Yes.
Just
I think we're all
leaning
leaving at
against
this
it,
point.
chilling.
Yeah, I think we're all leaving at this point, after I say what I said.
We go to the Hall of Records.
So
Let the journalists do their part.
yep. Is there anything else you wanna do here, or do you want to go to a different location?
A Hall of Records.
Yeah,
Alright,
Hall of Records.
so you
I
guys
guess.
are going to the Hall of Records. Meanwhile, we are going to hop over to see what Yilza is doing.
Yay!
Yay,
Bye, everyone.
hardcore math! I
Muting.
mean, what?
Oh no.
All right, Mrs. Ferringway, you are driving
Just missed.
to.
I'm not married.
Oh, you're not married. That's interesting. I will remember that.
Okay.
You
The
are
BBG clears you up.
for reference, Miss Ferringway has a 69% in the charm skill. So she does indeed have the riz.
69, you say?
Yep.
Yes.
So you have arrived in your lovely, decent enough
Old
car.
car.
It's an old
Yeah.
car. I forgot. Yeah, you
Mhm.
are kind of poor.
Hell yeah.
You arrive in your old car. The exhaust kind of sputters a little bit as you come to a stop. And
okay.
you park in front of the Boston Globe. You have worked here before. But you do you want to say that you work at the Boston Globe or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Okay. So
I
you
just got here.
you know of this place as one of the most reputable newspapers in the city. In fact, that's their slogan is spelled in journalism we trust.
Okay.
And I assume you're going inside?
Of course I am.
You enter
Gotta go get the information.
into a nicely cleaned and decently opulent lobby. And at the desk is a man who looks pretty fed up with the goings on. And as you enter, you hear him. You catch part of a conversation he's having, and he says, "Yes, Ruth, please make sure that the morgue is cleaned." And you hear her reply. You hear her reply, "Morgue?" And you're like, the editor, the articles room down in the basement. Please make sure all the papers are organized. We need the editor to be able to reference those things when he comes in, and I'm sick of him being on my ass about it being unorganized. And she nods, and hastily makes her way into a back room and down some stairs. And you are approaching the front desk, and the man looks up to you. And he says, "Welcome to the Boston Globe, the most trusted name in journalism. What can I do for you?"
You sound like you're having a hard day, handsome. What's up?
Okay, dial that back a notch. Dial that back a notch. Come on.
Hey, Yilza,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to roll against your appearance stat, since you are
Alright.
being somewhat flirtatious.
Alright, so what do I have to hit? How's
You
my
have
appearance?
to.
Somewhat.
Your appearance stat is 60. You are trying to roll equal or lower than that stat on a D100.
Equal or lower. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 90.
Your hair is pretty messy. You've
sounds about right.
forgotten to put on part of your makeup, and honestly, you've not really gotten a good night's sleep, so your voice kind of sounds a bit groggy.
That actually tracks.
Absolutely no risk. Come on.
You are not looking very appealing, and you almost see a scoff at the fact that someone like you is trying to flirt with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I am indeed having a very rough day, so...
I'm married, sorry.
What do you... What can I do for you?
Sorry, Mom, I'm gay. Whoops, wrong number. Beep.
You detect that anything other than to the point would be probably viewed as making his day worse.
I can always make people's days worse. Let's go. Alright. Let's see. What do I do? I tell him that I was hired by Dunkin' Donuts to investigate some shady business that's been going on downtown.
Duncan Matthews.
Yes, that one.
You tell him,
Mr. Duncan Matthews.
You tell him about your the fact that you're looking into a certain house.
I am.
Yes. And what you're doing here. And he says, well, we aren't currently writing any stories about that. If you want to find something like that, you'd have to look in the records room downstairs, but that's closed to the general public.
Let's see, what can I do? I have absolutely no disguise points, so I'm screwed on that. Can I attempt to persuade him to allow me to browse through the records for at least 5 minutes?
You may attempt to convince him with rational arguments to allow you. So persuade is basically convincing someone through logic and stuff. If you're trying to if you're trying to butter them up with friendliness and stuff, that would be charm.
That would fall under my charm. It's pretty high. I want to try to persuade him.
You are going to try to persuade him. Roll on your persuade.
So I need to get below 50.
Yep, D100
or
below 53.
Below 53.
Or equal to.
34.
34. Tell me what you're saying to him.
I am telling him that my life depends on this information, and if he could allow me to investigate for at least 10 minutes downstairs, it would be enough.
Your life depends on it.
Yes.
How so?
Because if I do not get this information, I will die.
He gives you a suspicious glare. You get the feeling
I maintain eye contact.
You get the feeling that your exaggeration is not helping your case here.
Along with my frazzled hair and lack of makeup.
No, specifically the exaggeration. He doesn't quite believe that this is necessary to your survival exactly.
What do I do? What do I do?
When you're using interpersonal skills like persuade and stuff, you have to actually roleplay it correctly. You have to be convincing you have to be like convincing in like the arguments at least, along with a successful roll.
Got you. Again, I've never done this before,
So,
so this is all news to
If
me.
you basically the problem here is that you exaggerated like way too much and very obviously to the point that your argument became unbelievable.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So like
I
if
got
you
$5.
told if you or are you trying to bribe him now?
Will it work?
You might need to make a different roll for that. One that you have like only half as much chance of succeeding.
Is this my luck roll?
This would be a credit rating roll, of which you have a 25% chance of success.
That would be very, very low.
Although
there's my credit rating.
Although if you were to spend a lot of money, you could probably get a bonus on it.
Define a lot of money. I only have $10, right? Or do I have 50?
More than your spending limit, so you would have to use some of your like excess cash.
So if I spent the whole 50,
then you would be spending 40 of your cash in order to make that possible.
I'll still have $10.
Bonus. Yeah, because your spending level is what you can spend before I have to start keeping track of it, before I deem it to be an unreasonable amount for you to just be able to throw around without it impacting your finances. Basically, if you're spending something underneath or equal to your spending limit, I can consider that like part of like your disposable income. Like you can afford to throw this around. But otherwise, you're gonna have to take some out of like a savings account or something.
Which is also non-existent at this point.
No, your cash is like basically what you have in reserve, like what you have saved up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So technically, I could spend 60.
You could, but you would be spending all of your money.
All my money.
And that's probably not a good idea.
Meow meow. I do want to be able to buy snacks later.
Yep.
So if I spend 25 and I have a 25% credit rating, does that mean I would have to roll below 50?
I will determine what bonus you get depending on what you spend. So if you were to spend $25, you'd be spending $15 of your cash.
To up my credit rating, question mark?
Yep. And by the way, I'm going to cut the recording here and start a new one.